From Jessica possibly shading SNSD with the announcement date of her new book, to CL getting emotional over how she found out about 21's disbandment. I have it all for you today, so let's not waste any more of your time and get started. Bam Bam's new song is a collab with none other than Red Velvet Surgi, and I'm literally shook to the core. Honestly, I don't know how I'll ever recover from this duet. My two worlds are colliding. How am I expected to be fine? Recently, he posted a video teaser on his Twitter out of nowhere, but it was so vague that nobody knew what it was for. A couple of days later, he revealed that he would soon be releasing a pre-single titled Who Are You, which is scheduled to drop on December 28th. Along with that, he also released the concept photos for the single, and if you saw me drool, just pretend that you didn't. Thank you. Except for him looking gorgeous, people also noticed something else in the teasers: a woman with straight black hair. Fans joke that it may just be him in a wig, but they finally got the answer that they wanted. When the first music video teaser for the single came out, everyone found out that the mysterious woman was actually Surgi. I can't believe we're getting the collab of the century just a few days before the year ends. Great Christmas gift indeed. The day that B2B and its fandom has been waiting for has finally arrived, as the Seoul High Court held a second trial of Il-hoon's illegal substances case and overturned the first trial sentence to a more forgiving one. Il-hoon left B2B in December 2020 after being investigated for smoking. Il-hoon was then arrested and investigated for purchasing and smoking illegal substances. He admitted to the charges on the case's first hearing in April 2021. When put on trial, the prosecution had initially requested 4 years in prison for Il-hoon, which took fans and netizens alike by surprise. Though legal in some countries, is still illegal in South Korea, but it hardly seems something worth serving 4 years in prison for. Many raised and signed petitions claiming that the sentence was too harsh for the case itself, and they were absolutely right. I mean, Seungdi got less than him, so how does the Korean justice system work exactly? Cause I can't figure it out. The court then sentenced Il-hoon to 2 years in prison and a fine of 133 million won. Il-hoon had served 6 months in prison before he was released on December 16th when the second trial for his case was held, and that's when we got the good news. His sentence changed from 2 years in prison to 3 years of probation. He'll also have to undergo 40 hours of treatment and pay a fine of 120 million won. When Il-hoon left B2B in 2020, it was tough to say what his future would look like. One thing anyone can confidently say is that his fans stayed by his side no matter what, and they finally got happy news. Okay now, is it just me, or is the timing of Jessica announcing the launch of the sequel to her novel Shine a bit weird? SM recently announced that the SNSD subunit OGG will participate in the company's winter album SM Town SMCU Express. OGG has only released one song, Lil Touch, since their debut at the end of 2018, which was not promoted or performed, which is another reason to get angry at SM, but that's not what I'm gonna focus on today. On December 15th, SM released the teaser pictures of OGG, which made everyone excited. Well, not everyone actually, because not long after those teasers were released, the former SNSD member Jessica announced the sequel to her book Shine. Previously, in September of 2020, Jessica released her first novel based on her life and her experiences as an idol and as a member of Girls' Generation. The book became controversial because of the many references to the SNSD members, including the antagonist of the book, Mina Chu, who fans think is an exaggerated version of her former bandmate Soo-young. Mind you, that's not proven. Those are only alleged claims by people who have stan Girls' Generation since like forever. This of course made the fans quite upset considering the other 8 members have never spoken ill of Jessica ever since she left. Jessica also chose the official release date of the book as September 30th, the same day that she left SNSD, so her announcing the sequel on the day the OGG teasers got released on purpose doesn't seem too far-fetched. Even if it's a coincidence, it's a really funny one, I gotta give her that. Receiving disturbing messages from delusional stalkers or obsessive fans is all a part of being a K-pop idol. Despite attempts to avoid things like this, they happen anyways. While many idols might be going through similar experiences, former Lovelyz member Jean has decided to finally speak up about it. On December 16th, Jean posted an Instagram story sharing her experience with an attacker. She threatened the attacker, saying that she would not let the continue any longer and would pursue strong legal action. She wrote, "Since last September and even now, there is a person who is sending me messages filled with imaginary stories all thought up in their head, laden with cursing language. Personal attacks about my outer appearance or attacks about my character are a given. They even accuse me of following their behavior or their makeup style." Jean also shared that the user accused her of dating a senior artist. She explained that she thought he would eventually stop if she just kept on ignoring him, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. this. She warned the person that she would take legal action against him if this behavior continued. She also provided proof by uploading screenshots from the messages the user sent her. One of the messages reads, "Quit blocking me and reflect on what a bad person you are. Are you still following me? You copied my name and used words from my messages." Different usernames can be seen, and even Jean herself said that he messaged her through different accounts, but based on the content and the wording of the messages, she believes it's the same person. Unfortunately, it seems like the stalker also managed to somehow acquire Jean's phone number and address, threatening her further with other disturbing things. This is really scary to even read about, let alone experience it, so I hope that the stalker gets caught and will face justice. Jean doesn't deserve this. YG Entertainment proves itself to be the worst company of all time with no competition whatsoever. I mean, what I'm about to tell you will make you super angry. YG didn't even tell the 21 members that the group was disbanding. They had to find out through the media. Absolutely disgusting. During a recent interview with AP Entertainment, the interviewer asked CL how she found out about 21's disbandment, since Minji had previously shared in the past that she heard the news from the media reports. Turns out, CL found out from the media as well. She said, "I was at a Thanksgiving dinner and my phone blew up, but yeah, those situations, that was very heartbreaking for me." While remembering this situation, CL got visibly emotional, and it was clear she didn't really want to talk about the disbandment since it's still a sensitive topic for her. CL confessed that ever since she left YG, she's had a lot of freedom and control over what she does. While it's super sad that 21 disbanded, the members are still in touch and have even talked about wanting to get together for a new release at some point in the future. YG Entertainment never stops surprising me. NCT haven't had a single moment to breathe, believe that. Recently, they were attacked by netizens for dancing to their latest single, Earthquake, after hearing an earthquake alert without knowing it was a real alert. The members apologized, but the fact that they apologized over Instagram stories seemed to have enraged some netizens even more. You know what some people say, damned if you do and damned if you don't. Well, before the issue had a chance to simmer down, another one rose right after. And believe it or not, it wasn't an NCT auntie who did it, but someone who used to be a fan of theirs. The ex-fan posted a video on an online community where Mark and Haechan started dancing when they heard siren sounds. Apparently 3 years ago, when NCT were in the States, when they heard the sirens going off in the streets, Mark and Haechan started dancing to NCT 127's song Fire Truck. The original poster expressed shock at not only the members' reactions, but at the way the fandom swept the video under the rug completely. They wrote, "The fandom never thought it was problematic, but to me, I'm still fascinated that this didn't become problematic and nobody talked about it. I can't understand the fan thinking this is something nice either. Use your common sense. Sirens sound mean that there's an emergency. So how can they think of doing something like that when they hear it?" The issue has the public divided as well. Some people argue that there was no way for Mark and Haechan to know that the siren meant to signal an emergency, while others say that anyone can guess that the sound of a siren is never a good thing, let alone something to be able to sing and dance along to. But a netizen did point out that we hear sirens over traffic rule violations, which doesn't necessarily mean the siren was signaling an emergency. As people who live in a big city know, sirens are heard all the time and not all of them are for emergencies. So how were Mark and Haechan supposed to know what the siren was for? In my opinion, this is another case of people grasping at straws to hate on NCT, and it's not a good look for them. But hey, who's winning in the end? I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye!